Welcome to Deakin University Women's Match of the Round, live from Warrandyte Reserve for a Division 4 clash between Warrandyte and Wantirna South. My name is Scott Hardy, I'll be your host today, and I'm joined alongside by the brilliant stats man who's now turned commentator, Paul Uconi, the ever-amazing Kate Green on the boundary, and we can't forget the fantastic Megan Green behind the camera. Last time these teams met was back on the 13th of July in round 11, where Wantirna had a 46-point win. Which way will the result go today? Only time will tell. And I welcome you, Paul, to the broadcast. It's a pleasure to have you alongside me.
Thank you, Scott. Good to be back on the mic for this upcoming season. It should be a great game between the two sides. Wantirna South coming off prelim last year, and Warrandyte just missed out last year, but they had a really good start to the year last week.
That's right, and we'll get straight off the bat. We'll get there's a bit going on today, so we're joined by Warrandyte's coach in Lachlan Richardson. Lachlan, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me.
It's going to be an interesting contest. You're coming up against a good side in Wantirna South. How do you see the contest sort of going today?
Yeah. Today the contest is a good one. We sort of see Wantirna South and Bayswater, who they played last week, as the sort of benchmark for Divi 4. I think the way they move the footy, the way their team defence works around the ground, they're really the measure for us. And today is a huge challenge to see where we're at with our sort of structures and our team. And I think the girls seem ready to take the challenge head on and really take it to them.
You've sort of spoken about sort of, this is now obviously your third season in, and it's about obviously going up against probably one of the more favoured sides. But last week you put on a really, really good contest, and keeping a side scoreless is a huge result.
Yeah, it's huge for us. We've worked a lot on in a couple of years our defence. I think it's really important for specifically our side. It was something we noticed we lacked, and we've really stepped up with the way we defend kickouts and the way we want to defend stoppage and defend around the ground, and really when it gets into our back 50, how we sort of minimise their ability to score and to create opportunities. And from that, we've actually been able to develop our offence from our defensive chain, our ability to move the ball forward and create space and move with speed, and then when the game demands it, actually hold the footy up and freeze the game. And it's been something that the girls have taken on with stride, and it worked last week, which is really good. And it's good to see that sort of pre-season and that bulk of work come to fruition. I know it's only round one. I know it's only early. There's a big year ahead of us, but it's good to get a win early.
Last week you had 8 different goal kickers. I'm sure you'd be very pleased with that. I'm sure that's another important part of this morning's clash.
Yeah. We know how dangerous it can be to only rely on a couple of people to kick our goals. I know Grace, she's injured at the minute, Grace Lloyd. She's been a really big part of our ability to kick goals. Eden, who's playing today, she's one to look out for. She's going to be a little goal sneak in our forward pocket. But yeah, obviously our ability to have multiple goal kickers and multiple avenues at goal is really important. It's obviously for a team to try and defend that is much more challenging than if we had one or two that were only our goal kickers. So yeah, absolutely, having multiple avenues at goal is super important, and it came to life last week, which is really good. The girls shared the ball around. If the shot wasn't on, we made opportunities. We hit it to the hot spot, and we'll look at when we get the ball forward going and doing that again today.
And have you seen any of Wantirna South so far this year? What's been the approach to this game? They obviously came off a prelim last year.
I thought we played Wantirna South once last year, and they really smashed us. We went over and played it on their home deck, and they put on a show. It was really fantastic footy, and sometimes you can come away with a loss super disappointed, but it was also something that we looked at as a goal for us. Like, wow, that's the way we want to be playing footy. We want to move the ball quickly. We want to shut down stoppage when we need to. We want to be able to move the ball quickly and diligently and be composed with it. And they showed us up last year. They didn't get the win a couple of weeks ago against Bayswater. Not reading too much into that. They're a strong side. They'll look to bounce back. We know that they're they're going to be wanting to get a win today, as are we. And that's going to be a big challenge for us.
One player I see that was listed in your best last week was Holly Mulverhill.
Yeah, Mulverhill.
Yeah, but not listed today. Is that right?
Yeah, she's away today,
Oh,
which is a bit of a bugger for us. We've also lost two of our ruckmen today.
Okay.
Our top two ruckmen.
Yep.
So we're down a few.
Yep.
Down a few today. But the inverse of that, even though we've lost a few, it gives opportunity to a few players that might not otherwise get to play in those positions.
Yep.
And so it looks to challenge us as a team, and we improve as a team when we have people out. So there's a really big positive for that, at least in our eyes. But
and with that, is there any players sort of on the list that maybe not always get the recognition that that you sort of get the calling of, but some that you go on the track and off the track they've been elite?
Yeah. Hallie, where are you? Rose Hallie. She's going to be playing a bit of ruck today. She's come from Richmond last year.
Yep.
She's done a bulk of work. She's really good overhead mark, a really good teammate. She'll be looking to have a good day today. I have a big challenge against the Wantirna South ruckman, who we know is really good, but I think she's going to put herself in the best position. She's swapping in with Zoe Greenhill, who has been our ruck in the past, but she's been really good for us forward.
Yep.
So they'll be swapping forward and in the ruck today. I think they'll be really good for us. A couple of other players that I thought I might mention. Heidi, she's come up from our juniors. Heidi Pinder, she's very quick, very good runner, good user of the footy. So we'll look to sort of get her on the outside and make use of her in the midfield there. So there are a couple of players that we'd be looking for today to have a big game.
Well, it seems like, there's a few that probably need to step up when you're losing your rucks and stuff, and that gives an opportunity. And it's nice that it's early on, and hopefully by later on in the season you get a full deck and you can have that choice to make. But look, Lachlan, we appreciate so much your time. I know it's a big day for the club down here through Anzac weekend. We thank you so much for your time, and good luck today going up against Wantirna South.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Paul. Thank you very much.
That was Lachlan Richardson from Warrandyte. Obviously, speaking to him, it's early on, so they've got time to change around with who they're going to get on deck, and obviously losing a few players sort of throughout early on. Not a bad position to be in there, Paul. Look, we continue on because it's go here. We've just gone from one interview straight into the next. So greeted by Michael Vozzo, for the Wantirna coach. Michael, pleasure to have you on board. Welcome to Warrandyte.
Yeah, thank you. Love this part of the east of Melbourne. It's beautiful, wooded ground, and fantastic to be here. Great day.
It's a nice ground to get to. I've called from here before, and they're always very welcoming down here at Warrandyte. How do you sort of see the contest going to go? Obviously, you had the loss last week. They had a strong win the week before. What do you take sort of from last week and coming into this week?
Look, we just weren't great at everything that we did. We started poorly. So we've tried to, I guess, soul search over the last couple of weeks because it wasn't sort of our normal. So we've had a couple key ins, but we actually lost about 4 girls through injury from that game. So, we're going to have to throw a couple around. We've got a couple of the under-18s who've had to play up today, which has been something because they're on a bye, so that's actually worked really in our favour. But, we're just hopefully we'll have a better go at the contest. And I think we want to start a little bit better than what we did a couple of weeks ago.
Brianna Hipwell's playing her first game for Wantirna South today. Tell us a bit about her.
Brianna's a high-level netballer, actually. We're very fortunate to have her playing with us today. She's a giant, like she's massive. She'll be well over 6 foot. And we've been really lucky, I guess, over the off-season. We haven't really gone recruiting or anything like that. What we've had is, because we've had that connection with the senior footy club, we've had, I think, 4 of the girlfriends of the players start up, and Brianna's one of those. So today's Brianna's first hit out, so we're looking forward to seeing how she goes.
You've obviously got quite a good, you've got a very good junior program of just knowing sort of through the local sort of area and stuff. And what does that sort of build for the club, having those sort of, those under 18s and probably even younger than that sort of coming up through your program? How have you sort of found that, just building with the women's division and stuff?
Oh, look, it's been brilliant. To be fair, like, we've obviously got Rhonda McMillan, who plays a bit. She's not playing today. She's off watching her daughter play for Rangers. But because she's coached a lot of those girls, there's a familiar face within the senior playing group, and now we're getting a lot of these girls now have played with each other and now popping into our team. So we've got the 3 first-year players who've come up from last year, young Beck, Ella Long and Dakota Steele. Those girls have played with a couple of the girls and they've sort of affiliated really easily. Mm-hmm. And then we give a couple, the under-18 girls, a bit of a go today, Marley Warner and Big Lid Gorman. They're friends of them and have played with them, so there's that familiarity. And so now we've created that pathway, which is really important that we want to proceed with.
And you've spoken about previously about building every year and placing sort of those building blocks in place. What happens this year, and does much change from 2024?
Oh, look, I mean, it's just about progression, isn't it? The more time that these girls get playing with each other, the better they're going to be. And we've seen the improvement. We won a couple of our practice matches against team, especially against one team, beat us by 7 or 8 goals last year. We played them again and we beat them by a couple of points. So we know we're progressing. That's why the first round was a bit disappointing for us. But I think, hopefully today we'll bounce back and we'll see a little bit more of the way we want to play. We're a bit cleaner, a bit harder at the contest, and who knows? But Warrandyte a bloody good team. So
they are. And look, sorry to cut you off, Paul. I think we're about to. They want you down there for the ceremony.
No,
we're on a sort of schedule. So I appreciate your time, Michael. Thanks, you so
guys.
much.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, Paul. We've got a bit going on under Anzac sort of weekend. So there's a ceremony sort of before the bounce, and we've got a man with a microphone out there. So it's always important when you've got a man with a microphone down on the boundary. It was a good chat with Michael. I'm interested to sort of see how Wantirna bounces back from last week. Like you said, it wasn't probably their ideal situation, and they're obviously coming up a side that had a really strong win and on their home deck. What do you think, sort of from Wantirna's sort of perspective, Paul?
Yeah, look, I think it was really good at mentioned it, Michael. They're looking to be better on their contested work. They want to get off to they didn't have a great. They didn't get off to obviously didn't get the result they were after last week, they want to get off to they'd want to get off to a better start than with all due respect, I think
you're right, like 100%, and obviously they're a side that was scoring so well last year. They were averaging well over 40 points per game, and last week they only scored the 18 points, so well below their average of 24. And I presume that they will bounce back very strong today. And when we've sort of spoken on the sort of podcast pre-season starting and those sort of early season predictions, I know that Ryan and Josh spoke about Wantirna as being a really strong club and one that will be up there. Played finals last year. Warrandyte just missed out. So I have every belief that they will be out here strong, and Warrandyte need to be on their A game to start today. We're just getting the girls together sort of before the ceremony. Once the ceremony starts, we'll sort of go down on communication. You'll hear probably through the speaker system the ceremony, and then we'll return from our end.
Good morning, and thank you all for coming down to the game today. I'd like to thank Wantirna South for their participation, and what I hope will be a good contest for both sides. Today we pay respect and remember the brave men and women who have served our country. We will be conducting the Odi, doing the last post, and then finishing up with a minute's silence, and then we'll do a coin toss with the two captains to get this underway. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age will not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. lest we forget. We have the two captains, please, for the coin toss. Today we have Don, ex-serviceman, and Zeus, who'll be doing the coin toss. Thank you, Zeus. Thank you, everyone.
Well, welcome back to Warrandyte Reserve for Division 4 clash between Warrandyte and Wantirna South. Wantirna South won the coin toss there and kicking to the left of screen. Well, we've had two coaches both on, and we've seen what sort of their belief is for today's sort of game. Like we were saying just earlier before the ceremony sort of kicked off, we believe that Wantirna are going to turn up in form. How though do we see sort of Warrandyte sort of keeping that winning formula from last week there, Paul?
Yeah, no, I mean last week they had a sensational win. They won by that a big 71-point win. I mentioned before the even spread of goal kickers will be vital too today, and Lachlan made a point of that as well. You know, saying that you know, you don't just want to rely on your one or two big goal kickers, if you know what I mean. So you know, having that real even spread is really really vital to them, their chance of getting up today.
It is, and that's probably the most impressive thing was just that scoring and just that change probably from last season, which might have kept them sort of out of those sort of that final sort of contention. It's just having those sort of scoring options sort of from them. Interesting though, sort of talking to Lachlan just about obviously that change and losing sort of two key rucks and how they'll go about sort of managing that with the new sort of inclusions. But I guess then in the same breath, it does give them a nice sort of early on, it gives them a chance to see what's going to work and what isn't going to work. Sort of looks like Zoe Greenhill might be lining up for the ruck in the first sort of contest there for Warrandyte, and just one to watch. And on the opposing side, Linda Darich, the captain, sort of straight into the middle as well through the ruck. I'll hand the call over to you, Paul, as we're about to get underway in the Division 4 clash between Warrandyte and Wantirna South.
So here we go. The umpire throws it up and both rucks go at it. Warrandyte look to win the early clearance through Cullen Hall as the umpire calls a free kick, and it's going Warrandyte's way. So down the middle she goes. Mark there was nearly taken. Good contest. Going forward of centre now as Warrandyte look to go into their forward 50 here. Good pressure early by Wantirna South as they look to clear it out of there, but Warrandyte look to go in there themselves. And here's Wantirna South looking to clear it out of their defensive half. Good tackle laid there, and it'll be a stoppage as we are into the opening minute of this clash here this morning. Two really good sides. Warrandyte looking to win it out. Here's an opportunity maybe as take there by Burrows. Cleared our defence. Good start here by Warrandyte, but good pressure as well by Wantirna South.
It is, Paul, and you know, I'm impressed by it. So just the size of the ground out here, you forget how big it is. As Wantirna gets a clearance through Disney, she's one to watch, been listed on the best many times for Wantirna South, but turnover and Warrandyte get it on the far side. Just in wing position, bit of a tussle over there and picked up by Waters. Waters tackled straight away in front of the bench there, trying to just kick it on as far as can, and then Cullen Hall cuts it off. Puts it to the centre, bouncing ball well taken there by Yule. Can't get a clean possession. Wantirna South get tackled there, but Umpire says play on. Ball sort of bouncing now. It's going to see which way it's going to stretch if Wantirna can get out this commentary side, which they do. A bit of a foot race, and it's still wet underfoot. We've had a bit of rain down here, so it's just way the ball's going to go. Good pressure there for Warrandyte to win possession. Tackled without the ball, and that'll be a free kick towards Warrandyte, the way of victory. Chanel got the ball just outside D50. Good looking kick. Which way is it going to bounce? Just up and under, and trying to keep in there was Pinder, and the ball goes out. No last touch, so the umpire will throw it up.
So nearly 3 minutes in as the umpire throws it in, and it will be another stoppage. Good tackle there again by Disney. Wonderful surroundings here at Warrandyte, as Warrandyte will win the clearance here through Yule. Wantirna South turn it over. They look to go into their forward 50. That's a great mark there taken by McFarlane. McFarlane as she kicks it into the forward 50. And what a mark. Great mark there by Clark. And she will line up for the opening goal of this contest. 3.5 minutes into the opening term. So in comes Clark. So kick goes to the top of the square. Was she looking for an option? Here at the top of the square, pressure on Warrandyte. They look to clear it out of fence, but an intercept mark there taken by Holly. Was it not 15? Holly kicks the first score, which is a minor. So Wantirna South lead 1 behind to Warrandyte. Yet to score. We've gone 4 minutes in this opening term as a quick kick out taken by Warrandyte. Good set of numbers here by the Bloods as Callow kicks it into the middle. Good mark there, good kick. Sessa options, numbers around from Wantirna South as they look to turn it over and go in on the counter. Back inside 50 here for Wantirna South. Mark there was nearly taken. Good tackle there. That was by Vallejo's as it kicks high into the top. He kicks high up in the air. Here's an opportunity. Here's Vallejo's again, and she kicks a goal. So first goal of this contest. Wantirna South go 1-1-7-2. Warrandyte yet to score. We've gone 5 minutes in the opening term.
Yeah, Michael was be impressed with the start from Wantirna. They've definitely turned on the switch from last week. And look, Warrandyte have done a great job down back to hold it for a while, but there's only so long they can hold it. Just kept going in. We haven't seen much to the right of the screen. And the ball comes back very quickly, so we're underway straight away. Greenhill taps it down, gets a slight win, but Wantirna South still trying to pick up the ball there through Disney, but can't get it. Tackling pressure, but Wantirna South still kicking forward through Poley. Bouncing ball, trying to hands out onto the far side. Umpire sees a free kick, and it will be going the way of Wantirna South. Takes it back to the outside 50, and the goal scorer in herself in Vlahos is just probably on at least 35 out. So take a good kick from here, and it is a decent kick. Which way is it going to go? They're going to let it go through, and it goes onto the left side of the post. A great kick from about 35 out there. So one to watch throughout the day, through our player of the round, or player of the game, sorry. Warrandyte looking to clear out now. Can they get some momentum back on their side as Wantirna lead 1-2-8. Bouncing ball over the far side. Greenhill picks it up, just tries to throw it on the boot, but a really good tackle by Wantirna South. Greenhill wanted the free kick, but umpire said play on. Bouncing over the top there. Steele trying to get it for Wantirna South, and the ball trickles out just in front of the scoreboard.
So 6:40 gone in this opening term. It's just forward of centre here for Warrandyte. Good early start here by Wantirna South as Warrandyte look to respond. Both rucks go at it. Good tackle laid. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another throw in. So rucks go out once again. As Wantirna South win the clearance, as they look to go into their forward 50 once again. Is that a free kick? No, it's out of bounds by the looks of it, and it'll be a ball in. Good pressure here to start this contest. A really intriguing contest out here at Warrandyte as they look to clear it away. Good numbers here by Wantirna South. And another ball up. So clearance won there by Warrandyte, but Wantirna South looking to go turn it over. Mark there was nearly taken by Poley. Here's an opportunity maybe, and it is free kick going to Wantirna South.
He just held without the ball there for McFarlane.
So looking to drive it in. McFarlane go to Valahos again, and goes out of play. So it's a stoppage deep in the attacking 50 of Wantirna South. So opportunity here. Warrandyte look to clear it out of their offensive 50. Is Valahos again. Now an opportunity for McFarlane. That's Montana. As she looks to clear it out here for Warrandyte. Good smother there. Now an opportunity here. It could open up, but numbers around it are around for Warrandyte. It's a good tackle laid. Hope she's okay. And a tackle there on Taylor Vozzo, and that'll be a ball up.
So a big tackle on Pinder. She's got up a little bit sore on that ankle, so one to watch as she's sort of trying to run it off through the middle. Wantirna South just applying so much pressure at the moment. Warrandyte just can't get it out, or they're trying to get it out, they just can't get it forward. And that's, again, be pleasing from Wantirna South's perspective as they struggled to sort of find the scoreboard last week, but getting plenty of inside 50s. The captain here for Warrandyte just tries to push it forward, picks up by Myatt, just throws it on the boot there was Woodward. And now Wantirna South again takes a kick, got bouncing ball from Polly. Which way is it going to go? Straight through the middle. That's the way it's going to go. Wantirna take a 2-2 lead over Warrandyte, yet to score at the 10-minute 15 mark. A nice little goal there, Paul.
Yes, very well worked there from that stoppage inside their forward 50. No, it's been a really great start from Wantirna South. They've, of course, they only kicked the 2 goals last week, and they've got 2 goals on the board already. So really good start.
Yeah, we knew they were going to come, and now it's just which way is Warrandyte going to be able to respond, and trying to just pick it up at least and then put it on the boot. But Wantirna South throwing of the ball maybe.
Right.
Yeah, just good tackling pressure, and nearly could have been 25 by not giving the ball straight back there. Clark just sort of threw it on the ground, but umpire was talking.
Boundary.
And we go first time boundary side to Kate Green.
Guys, I couldn't quite see who the Wantirna player was that kicked that last goal.
It was Chelsea Polly, number 41 there.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Kate. Pleasure to have you alongside, and we'll no doubt hear from you throughout the game. So we haven't gone sort of much further, kept it in centre ball, and now good tackle pressure, good ruck pressure there by Disney just to push it forward. Can play up forward as well when needed, and has scored goals from a Wantirna South perspective. Hipwell just tries to kick it and throws it on the boot, but interceptor going to get tackled, just gets on the boot there. Warrandyte player. Now it's a bit of a foot race as to which way it's going to go and who's going to win it. Really well done there by Vozzo just to pick it up. Tackled after the ball, bit going on behind play there between Vozzo and Myatt, but umpire says play on. Wantirna South now still pushing forward, throws it on through Polly again. Can she do more? Got the spare player over the top. She's just got to find her. Warrandyte, great
Good
tackling
tackle.
pressure. Probably needed to be awarded, I reckon, for that umpire, but umpire says play on, and we get a ball up just inside Wantirna South forward 50.
So a stoppage here inside the forward 54, Wantirna South. Here's Polly. She's been everywhere so far. Good tackle laid by Woodward. And it'll be a ball up once again. Here's an opportunity for Polly. She picks it up. Can she get it on the boot? It goes to the top of the square, bounces away, but they get a stop. No, is it last touch, I think it is.
Boundary.
Boundary will go down to Kate Green.
Number 15 for Warrandyte, Pinder. She's just having some maintenance by the trainer at the moment, but she most definitely will be back on.
Thanks for that, Kate, and that's a good mark there taken by Disney. And she will line up here for a shot on goal to get Wanty South's third. So in she comes. The kick is on the way. Is it coming back? It's coming back through for one behind. It went right. So 2-3-15 to Wantirna South. Warrandyte yet to score. We've gone 13 and a half minutes in this opening term.
Thanks, Paul. Like I said, Cameron Disney's done plenty of goals before, had 18 goals last season, so one to watch throughout today. Again, Wantirna South just trying to get it on, but tackling pressure, and that is holding the ball. Chelsea Polly dropping the ball. Good tackling pressure again by Warrandyte. They're definitely earning their money back in the back pocket there for Warrandyte. Oh, big clash of heads there, but well done by Calais to get up and bounce forward. Still picks up Polly. We've called her name a ton already in this first quarter. We've got the spare over the back for Wantirna South if they can get it to her, but Warrandyte clear it out. Now it's going to probably come back straight back in if it can take a mark there through Burrows. Just spoils out of hand, throws it on the boot. Now Warrandyte trying to clear out again, but it's the same old story from the first quarter. Wantirna South just applying plenty of pressure to Warrandyte's defence, but Warrandyte again get it out. Now can they use it? No, straight to Polly again. She is everywhere at this stage, looking for leading options, which she does find. Great looking kick and good mark there. And just on outside I guess it might be the 40 there. Clark just kicks it. Another nice lead through to Wantirna South player. There once turns around, and that's Caitlin Arthur there. Or Arthur, sorry. And we're just waiting for the kick on a slight angle. And it's we've played for nearly 15 minutes, and it's been all Wantirna South so far. Kick comes on to the boot and goes a little side off the side and goes out to left. So just a minor score there for Wantirna South. So that takes it to 2-4-16. Warrandyte yet to score.
So game being played constantly in the forward half of Wanty South so far. Probably could have been 3 or 4 goals up, but still a very, very good start by Wanty South, and that's a good mark taken there by the number 23 in Ava Rattle for Warrandyte as they look to go forward. Taken by Polly, I think it was touched here. Good tackle there on Dykstra. That's a free kick going the way of Warrandyte, and it's going the way of Alexic as she looks to go forward here for Warrandyte. Play on says the umpire, smothered there by Polly, who we've said earlier she's been everywhere. Kick forward by Radul, side the forward 50. Can they get some goals against the grain as they look to keep it in their forward half? Oh, got one in the back there. That'll be a free kick going the way of Warrandyte as it'll be taken by the number 17 in Trewella. She goes through the middle. Just fell short there. Now an opportunity for Warrandyte as it's kicked forward there by Alexic. Good pressure here. Wanty South trying to get it out of fence, and that's really well done and they look to turn it over and go forward. Mark there taken. That's a good intercept mark there by Jamie Woodward. As the kick goes to Wantirna South here. Now an opportunity going forward. Only 2 players here, but here coming is McPherson, and McPherson keeps it in, but Warrandyte will clear it out. Defensive 50. It goes out of play, and that will be a last touch. So Wantirna South will go back into their forward 50. We've gone 17:40 in this opening term. Here's Poley. Top of the square. Great mark there. And here's an opportunity for Wantirna South.
I think that might be Disney that's taken the mark.
It is, so here's Disney. In she comes. The kick's on the way, and it's right through the middle. So Disney gets Wantirna South's third, and they're out to a 22-point lead. They lead 3-4-22 to Warrandyte, yet to score. We've gone 18 minutes in the first quarter. We'll go down boundary with Kate.
I'm just really impressed by Wantirna South's backlines. Just the pressure that they're under. They're not giving up. They're doing really well, and all kudos to Warrandyte South so far with their aggressive attacking game.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. And Warrandyte need to find, though, that forward momentum just to get the ball on their side. They had a little bit of a sneak peek into their forward line, but otherwise they've just struggled, and Wantirna South have been all over the top of them, and it's just been pushing pressure onto Warrandyte. So we're just waiting for the ball to come back to the centre, taking a little bit to come back. So we'll get one more little play. Warrandyte would love a goal just before the end of this first quarter, but as it goes, it's going way of Wantirna South so far. They've always got the numbers spare, which they find there, trying to get back into the centre there with Waters. I like it, and gets on the boot. Poley kicking now at 3-on-2, so if Wantirna can pick it up, and they've got that good pressure,
tackle.
Great tackle by Catherine McPherson there. And and the umpire said too high. So I thought it was a good tackling pressure. Gee, she was quick before in that pocket. Polly trying to get in front of the Warrandyte player. Warrandyte still under pressure. Time still ticking on, so Wantirna South can get another scoring option. Disney gets it through hands, just hands it straight to Vozo, who gets tackled straight away. And the umpire says, I'll have it.
Boundary.
If we go boundary side with Kate Green.
Just a quick comment. Warrandyte, just to lift their spirits, they really need a goal either before the siren or first thing in the next quarter.
They definitely do, as the siren beats us to it. So we have Wantirna South leading 3-4-22. Warrandyte yet to score, and it's been all to the left of screen for Wantirna South. Warrandyte go in and obviously make a few changes from there, and like we said, they've had a few players out, so they're looking for a bit of a different sort of opportunity, and Wantirna South have taken every opportunity to take the lead going into the break. We'll return after a short break, and we'll see you on the other side as Wantirna South leading by 22 points. Welcome back to Warrandyte Reserve, where Wantirna South take a nice lead at the end of the first quarter, 3-4-22, with Warrandyte yet to score. The goal scorers so far, Cameron Disney with 1, Chelsea Polly with 1, and Marissa Vallejo with 1 as well. And it's all been one-way traffic through that. They've obviously shared the goals around, and the pressure that Wantirna South has been applying has been really good to see, Paul, and Warrandyte will have to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. Great start there by Wantirna South. Really played the game in their forward half in that first quarter, and Warrandyte, they're important for them to get the first couple goals in this second term.
Definitely right, Paul. They need to find that, like we spoke about earlier, just how many scoring options they had last week, Warrandyte, and they could find it easily going into their forward line. But now it's the shoes on the other foot. Last week they shut down the other side's scoring option, and at the moment Wantirna South are doing the same to Warrandyte. As we go boundary side with Kate Green.
I have Michael Vozzo here. Michael, a very positive first quarter. What is the message to the girls moving forward, and how are you feeling?
Oh, I guess it's a bit of the same. I think, we started well. That's what our big thing is in quarter. They did a lot better than us. Today it's been a little bit different, and our attack on the footy and the way we're setting up is a lot better, and we're really pleased with how we're going.
All the best for the next quarter.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. Just waiting for Warrandyte to break sort of from their huddles, which they have, and a few fans just to get over this side. It is a big ground, like I said, and it's taking a while for a few fans to wander over, especially the man with a pram. He's doing good dad duties through the centre, but taking a little bit of time to get off the ground before we get underway. So, look, I think, like I said, Michael would be so pleased with how they've responded and come out against a side that's shown very good form over last week and in their home sort of deck. And like I said, a little bit different ground sort of from Wantirna South. Wantirna South is a bit smaller, sort of compact ground. So to be able to use the space, they've done really well as we go boundary side with Kate Green.
There, I was just doing a juggling act, trying to work out whether it was Mark or Lachlan. Okay, Lachlan, tough quarter, but all kudos to the girls for their defence down in the back line. What's the message moving forward for them, and what's the game plan if not giving away a little too much?
Yeah, well, the big thing for us is we're second to the ball at every contest and every stoppage. So need a massive effort from the girls there, and that isn't a structural thing. That's an intensity. That's a mindset that we need to look for and need to change, and that's what I've challenged the girls. The other big thing is if they are going to win contests and they are going to win stoppage, which they will, we're looking at a 50-50 now from the rest of the game. We can't give them easy kicks. We've got to put pressure on the ball carrier. Their entries into their forward line, into our back line, whilst they were regular, they also had clean air the whole time. They had 5-10 metres of space, and it's ridiculous for us to expect our backmen to try and stop goals and stop them if they're getting clean kicks into the forward line. So our pressure needs to go through the roof for this next quarter.
Thanks very much, Lachlan. All the best, and it's really pleasing to see the girls really have stepped up this year.
Thanks, Kate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kate, and thanks, Lachlan, for that. Thank you both coaches for your time, and it's been a good start so far for Warrandyte. They've had it in their forward half. They just can't find that spare player, but I like what Lachlan's sort of saying. Just need that one-on-one sort of contest. Good tackling pressure now by Warrandyte. Forces Wantirna South to nearly push the ball out of play. Warrandyte kept it through Callow and Paul.
And also just adding to that as well, Scott, being first to the ball, Lachlan mentioned that, they were second to the ball in that first quarter. So if they're, first to the ball, they'll be right back in this contest.
Yeah, definitely. And I think also the thing with the Wantirna South, they had that spare always up in that forward. So if Warrandyte can sort of shut that out as well as putting the pressure on there on Wantirna South's back line, then hopefully we can find a few goals for Warrandyte and put some pressure on the scoreboard, because it's all Wantirna at the moment. Umpire has played a free kick there going the way of Warrandyte through Pinder. So Pinder just on outside call it the 40 out there. Good tack at the ball there through Long just to win it for Wantirna South. Good. Clark picks it up just in their D40 Now 2 players out on the far side. Should have gone short option, but went long down into the centre of the ground, and Warrandyte managed to get it away. They probably had the spares out on the far side of the wing there. Wantirna South just needs to lower the eyes, and they would have been out again. The ruck contest as well has been a good tussle between both girls there. Warrandyte winning this time. Now it's back into their forward 50. Can't get picked up clean hands there, unfortunately, and got the number 3. I don't have the number 3 on our list for Warrandyte there, Kate. So if you get a moment, that would be great. But Wantirna South pick it and goes through Clark again, playing from the centre half back line. Wantirna South still got this player spare on just in front of the commentary box. Right, they put pressure on Warrandyte, so now Wantirna South forced to go in centre. Good tackle there. Right, chase down. Callow has to be awarded the free kick, which she does, and she gets the free kick just right in the centre of the ground.
So great tackle there as Warrandyte look to go forward. That's a good kick and good mark there taken by Yule. Gives the handball away. Here's Callow into the forward 50. Good mark in defence. Taken there by Wantirna South as they look to clear it out. But that's a intercept mark taken going to Callow. That's Meg Callow. She goes forward. Just missed the target. Opportunity there as Wantirna South standing up again. Is there a whistle blown?
It's a free kick.
Free kick going the way of Warrandyte, I believe. No, it's gone to Wantirna South.
Down the field, just pointed probably the wrong direction there. And so plays through the centre. Wantirna South now just trying to push it forward where they can. And then if they've got Wantirna South, they've got the 2 spare out the back, not picked up. So
Boundary.
Warrandyte flirting with danger as we go boundary side with Kate Green.
Just quickly, Warrandyte, it's number 3 is Garwoli Alice, Garwoli.
Wally. Not that. Thank you, Kate.
All good.
So, like I said, probably Warrandyte very lucky not to have that going over the top. Lachlan spoke about sort of manning that 50-50 and had the 2 players spare, but Warrandyte get forward possession of it, but Wantirna South, good defence. So they're doing it all from the forward and the back line. It's the first time probably that they've been tested throughout this game. Wantirna South down the back line. The captain spare over the back, but takes it. Callow just throws on the boot. This could be a 2-on-1, but who's going to get to it first? Wantirna South pick it up. Just needs clean hands, which doesn't carry to any player in particular, but Hale picks it up, just puts it on hands over towards the captain there in Trawella. Trying to pick it up, just kicks it off the ground. Got a spare player there, trying to get on the boot, but good tackle there by Wantirna South through Dowsey. Now Warrandyte applying tackling pressure, and the umpire says, I'll have it just in front of the goals, just to the left of the forward square. Warrandyte need a clean hit here. Good tap down, but good tackling pressure there through Grimmer for Wantirna South. Warrandyte still can't find that elusive score. Just need to find that goal just to settle it a bit, get some confidence back and put some pressure on. Now, Warrandyte bouncing ball, throws around, can't get her on the boot. Again, great pressure by Wantirna South down in this back line, right on last line of defence. And they haven't even wanted to look at rushing it through Wantirna South. They're happy just to play it, tackling pressure. Picks it through, the good run there through Warrandyte, through the tap down. Players tackled with the ball. Umpire says play on. Looks around. Now Warrandyte out to Callow. Callow can't pick it up cleanly. Wantirna South just trying to get it out at every option. Warrandyte trying to trap it in. Through hands there, through McPherson for Wantirna South.
Free kick.
Free kick, high. So Callow gets
boundary.
the kick as we go boundary side with Kate Green.
She didn't actually have the ball when she got tackled, so that's the 3.
Thank you, Kate. So Callow about probably at least sort of 30 out dead in front. Nice looking kick, but Wantirna South got player down and holding goal defence. Throws on the boot there for the Garwoli, sorry. I had to find that number 3 again, so glad we found it. But it's just the minor score for Warrandyte. So Wantirna South lead 3-4, 22. Warrandyte the one behind. We played 7 minutes into the second quarter.
So We are 7.5 minutes into this second quarter as Wantirna South look to clear our fence. That's a good smother there for Warrandyte. Pressure on from both sides. And that'll be a bowl up. All the scoring so far in this contest has gone to the leftist screen. As Wantirna South win the clearance. Good mark there taken there by Clark. As Clark will assess her options and go down the line. Here's an opportunity. Good mark there taken by McFarlane. McFarlane looks to go quickly and go into the forward 50 to Vallejos, and she gets a mark. Vallejos, who's been everywhere so far for Wantirna South, kicks it into the forward 50. Warrandyte desperate to clear it out. It's going the way of Vallejos again. Not Vallejos, sorry. That's Gorman. As an opportunity for Disney. She goes into the forward 50. And a great mark there taken. So
That was Vozo.
So Vozo with an opportunity. Goes to the top of the square. And a great mark taken by Clark. And Clark will line up to make this a 27-point lead. So far, this quarter's been all played in the forward half for Warrandyte, but one against the grain. And to get out to a 27-point lead, the kick's on the way. It is gone right, and it's just the one behind. So it's back to a 22-point lead. It's Wantirna South 3-5-23 to Warrandyte, the one behind. We've gone 9.5 minutes in this second term.
Thanks, Paul. Warrandyte back where they sort of had it a lot last time in their defence, so just trying to clear it out. It has been a much better response though by Warrandyte, just can't get that score. And Wantirna South playing pressure also had those sort of spares still in that forward 50 for Wantirna South. Again, they're probably lucky that they didn't have the score on the board there, Wantirna South. So umpires got it on the far side, just inside Wantirna South's forward line, right on the arc. So Rucks go at the contest, good tap down there, and Wantirna South win it through clean hands. But now Warrandyte, nice little kick there for Vittoriti, tries to get as far as she can, and I think goes towards the sort of contest. Umpires found a free kick going the way of Warrandyte. Got the spare player in the centre here through Rattle. She gets a good mark. Now where's the options from there? Trying to find leading players. Gawali up there, which she looks for. It just falls in front of her, unfortunately. So now pressure's on for Wantirna South through Grimmer. Grimmer does well in there, just tries to trap it, which she does, and she gets the free kick for it. So great work in defence there by Caitlin Grimmer for Wantirna South. Now just kicking ball there. 3 Wantirna South players around it. Unfortunately, none of them could take it, and it just falls at feet. Now Wantirna South trying to push it through, but Warrandyte still with that tackling pressure. That's been something that has been key to their game today. Warrandyte is just that tackling pressure around every part of the ground, not just in the back line, but it has been in the forward part as well, especially through this second quarter. And they've trapped in a lot more than what they did in that first quarter. Rucks go at it through Hipwell for Wantirna South, trying to win the tap down. It does fall at feet and then picked up by Disney, who's playing in all parts of the ground today. A great asset to have. And Vlahos picks it up. Good tackle there through Warrandyte. Surely you have to pay that for dropping the ball, but no. Umpire says play on, or you probably pay that for in the back. But anyway, we keep playing on. Warrandyte just can't get the rub of the green today. So Wantirna South, though, looking to clear through. Good hands there, but goes straight to the Warrandyte player in Yule. Tries to force it out onto the far side and just find that running overlap player, but can't pick it up. They do now. Throws it on the boot. The umpire's found possibly a free kick or a ball up as it was sort of congested. No, it's going the way of Wantirna South through Vallejos. So just outside their D50. Kicks it towards centre of the ground. Oh, good leap at it through the back there, but Warrandyte player in front there through Vittoriti. Hands it through, but Wantirna South pick it up now. It's a bit of a foot race. Still got that spare player in their forward 50, Wantirna South. I'd like to see Warrandyte man him up just for that simple fact that They've kicked 3 goals so far and need to shut down that scoring. But Warrandyte done really well just to get it back down there end. Callow at the bottom of the pile there. Unfortunately, just can't get clean hands out. They just need that running player over the top, don't they, Paul?
They do, as Warrandyte here just have it in their forward half of centre. Tackle there. And it'll be another ball up. So we're 12:50 into this second term. It's Wantirna South by 22 points as Warrandyte nearly got the clearance but it was smothered. Good tackling pressure once again by Wantirna South. So clearance into the forward 50 here for Warrandyte. Wantirna South plays first to the contest so far. There'll be another ball up. Now an opportunity here, kicked by Wakes. Opportunity mark there was nearly taken. So the pressure's building here. Just outside the top of the square here for Warrandyte. Can they get their first goal on the board just before half time and get themselves right back into this contest? Here's an opportunity. Flies past Greenhill. Tackle there, and umpire says it is a hole in the ball free kick. So here's an opportunity perhaps for Radel, as she will line up here for Warrandyte. For Radel. So Radel's kick's on the way. Got a touch on it. Well done there by Wanty South. And it's the 1 behind. So Warrandyte moved to 2 behinds. Wantirna South 3-5-23. We've gone 14.5 in this second term.
Boundary.
Georgia McDonald on the line to save it there. So we go boundary side to Kate Green.
Warrandyte really do deserve a goal for this, and they're working so hard for it. Their effort has been spectacular, even though it's not showing on the scoreboard.
You're right, Kate. It's definitely been a different quarter for them and pleasing in that result. And obviously haven't let Wantirna score another goal, which is the most important part. They've just got to find their own score as well. Just goes through now through hands of good luck of the ball there through Weeks. Weeks kicks it up and under. Tackling pressure there was Gawali. Push it out, but Wantirna South got the spare player out here on the far side through McPherson. Just needs clean hands, which he does, but 3 Warrandyte players around it. Throws it quickly on the boot. Over to Polly again. Picks it up, tries to. Bit of a slippery ball still around, but kicks it to the centre. Spare players again through Vlahos. Can she pick it up? Which she does. Outside, takes a run, looking for a leading player. Goes over the top. This could be difficult to mark. Good pressure there through Warrandyte's defence. 3-on-1 here. They've got the overlap through. Wantirna just had more time and she's missed it, unfortunately. Just kicked Gorman, just kicked to the right. She had much, much more time than what she thought. And she also had the spare player to her right. So it's a missed opportunity for Wantirna South. Warrandyte take a breath of luck there. And they have a 3-6-24 to Warrandyte. Only the 2 behinds. We've played 15 minutes, nearly 16 minutes, in this second quarter.
Good mark.
Oh, yeah, good mark there through Disney. Disney can kick the goal. Still got another spare player over the top. Oh, and that goes through hands. So Wantirna South, they're just kicking themselves at the moment, just can't kick the goal. Had everything going their way, just not clean hands, and unfortunately, minor for Wantirna South.
So we've gone 16-20 here in this second term. 3 behinds to 2 in this second term, the way of Wanty South. So they lead 3-7 to 2 behinds. Opportunity here for Polly. The kick is on the way. Here's an opportunity for McFarlane, and she kicks a goal. Great work there by Wanty South, and they get their 4th, and they move out to a 29-point lead. Wanty South 4-7-31 to Warrandyte 2 behinds.
Jeez, I'd be so disappointed from Warrandyte perspective. She was spare for so many opportunities. Missed the one earlier just through hands, and it went straight back to her. Surely you learn from what what's happened in the past, and obviously what coach is sort of talking about at quarter time, and that you've got to have at least a man-on-man contest of 50-50, because otherwise they're going to get that scoring option. So disappointing for Warrandyte. They've been good this quarter, just can't get that score, which is the most important part of the game. You can have a great defence, but you need to find that score, especially when you're down like this. So Rattle kicks it up towards centre. Good mark for Wantirna South there, right on centre half forward. Got a player out here through Vozo, if she can find her on commentary side. Vozo still running around out the back, but it's a shorter kick. A nice mark there to Disney. Got player calling for it in Polly. She does, and Vlahos, both players that we've called. No, that's sorry, that was my bad there. That was Gorman. Hands. Now Gorman picks it up. Still got that running player in Vozo. Ball trickles out, keeps it in. Well done through Polly again. Good, great looking kick. Which way is it going to bounce? It's going to put the pressure on Clark, trying to get the winning contest, which she does now.
Well
picks it up through McPherson. Just threw it. Not even a chance of a handball. Just said, here you go. So the umpire says that's a free kick towards Warrandyte, and looking to kick it out through Constable. Through the centre of the ground. Wantirna South pick it, but good tackle, hip well. Lucky to get away with that. Didn't really get hands to it. Now pushed on underneath it for Warrandyte in Rattle. And she's had a little bit over the last probably 5 minutes, called her name a bit as she's gone into sort of the centre of the ground. Greenhill in the ruck. Good win there by Wantirna South though. Warrandyte still get bouncing ball through hands. Tackling pressure there through Callow. Now it's in front of Pinder. Pinder can't pick it up. Vlahos now looking for a running option over behind her, which she finds great. Looking of the hands there to Port. Port kicks it to the centre. Player in front doesn't get the free kick. Pushing pressure on. Well done there by McPherson for Wantirna South. And the umpire says, I'll have it. As we've played 19 minutes in this last quarter.
So,
Andrew.
We'll go down boundary to Kate.
Just quickly, number 18, Gorman, and 19, Warner for Wantirna South. They're both up from under 18s. They're having a cracker game.
They certainly are. Kate, as there's a free kick for Wantirna South going away. Vallejos as she kicks into the forward 50. Warrandyte will clear it out of fence. Can they get one just before half-time? Good intercept mark there taken by McDonald as she looks to go forward. Here's an opportunity. Can they get one just before half-time? An opportunity, it just falls away. Can they get on the boot here? Or will Warrandyte hold on? So there it is. There is half-time. So Wantirna South doing it well. They lead by 29 points. Wantirna South 4-7-31 to Warrandyte 2 behinds. Scott Hardy, the goal kickers.
Yeah, it was only the one for Wantirna South through McFarlane that quarter, so Warrandyte be pleased to shut it down, but Warrandyte just could not find any sort of scoring options, unfortunately, through that quarter. So they'll look to bounce back in that half time and see how they can sort of respond. We'll sort of go while we've got people on, and we're going to take a short break. We'll go a few around the ground scores that I've sort of picked up. I haven't got any sort of for Division 4, unfortunately, but for Division 3, I've got Fantry Gully leading 22-8 over Mitcham. I've got a close game between Heathmont and South Croydon. Was read in Heathmont 139 to South Croydon 117. North Ringwood over Churnside at the moment 19-12. Have you got some scores there, Paul?
I do. I've got some Premier Division scores. Close one between Park Orchard and South Belgrave. South Belgrave lead that 4-1-25 to 3-2-20. Whitehorse lead over to Basin 4-3-27 to the 3 behinds. In Division 1, North Ringwood lead 2-9-21 over Knox 2-1-13.
And also got Montrose Women 3-2-20 leading Berwick 1-1-7. So we'll have further scores throughout the game. At this stage, we'll take a short break as both sides go into their huddles. Like we said, Wantirna leading 4-7-31, Warrandyte just the 2 behinds. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Deakin University Women's Match of the Round, live from Warrandyte Reserve. The Division 4 clash between Warrandyte and Wantirna South. Wantirna South a handy lead at the start of the third quarter with 4-7-31, and Warrandyte the two behinds. It's been all Wantirna South, but they did manage Warrandyte to have more forward pressure that quarter, definitely more than the first quarter, and only kept Wantirna South to the 1 goal. Just couldn't find the goals themselves, unfortunately. So both teams one team's been into the sheds, one stayed on the ground. That always interests me, why one stays out and what's the difference, and sort of keeping warm and all that sort of stuff. So look, Warrandyte have everything to play for still, and the contest is not lost. I think they'll be disappointed with that 1 goal that was scored. Like I said, probably had a few spares. We go boundary side to Kate Green.
Just with Michael Vozzo. Michael, I just had a sneak listen in on your last messages to the girls. You focusing on the 1%ers, being more verbal, maintaining their work rate, and you also placed your under-18s and your backs. Apart from that, what else are you really pleased with, and what's the plan moving forward?
I just think the girls have been really disciplined in everything that they've been doing, whether it be at stoppages, forward of the play, where they're positioning up and stuff, which is really good. So we just want to maintain it. That's our most important thing now.
Thanks very much, Michael.
Thanks, Kate Green, and thank you, Michael, for your time again. Both coaches have been very accommodating to us, and great insights for listeners tuning in on YouTube. As we're underway in this third quarter, Warrandyte kicking to the right, just trying to pick it up here, or tap through hands, and just couldn't find the player there in Callow. The umpire says, I'll have it straight in front of the commentary box. It's been a lot's been played on the far side, so nice to see it up close in front of us. Umpire.
Boundary.
As we go boundary side to Kate Green.
Mark doesn't want to talk to us. He's giving it to Lachlan, so I'm just putting it out there because he's always pointing at Lachlan. Lachlan, we need to move forward a bit. Okay. A tough half for you. Really great pressure from the girls, both in defence and offence. What's the message for the girls moving forward?
Yeah, I think when things aren't going your way for the first half, as a coach at halftime, you can sometimes get too bogged down in outlining what's going wrong. What we did recognise is our intensity went up in that second quarter. Absolutely. We could sort of see some work go into our intensity around the ball and around the contest, and we highlighted that at halftime and said that our challenge is to step that up again and to work on some other areas. And those other areas that we want to work on is our communication around the ground. We're still quite a quiet team, even though we all connect really well and each other very much. We really got to help each other out. Whoever's in possession of the footy, it's important to give instructional direction about where they need to kick and where they need to use the ball, and set up our defensive structures and set up our offensive structures and that sort of thing. So with that in mind, that's the challenge for the third quarter.
Well, we definitely saw them. But thanks very much, Lachlan, and all the best.
Thanks, Kate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kate Green, and just let Lachlan know once he's done with coaching, I reckon he could step into special comments on our team. He's got some great insight, and I love that inclusion from him, and just his words to sort of obviously his side, and obviously wants the response. So thank you again for both those. We're well under play though in this third quarter. We're 2 minutes 40 in, no team yet to score. Now it's going through the centre. Warrandyte just trying to push it forward, which they pick up through Gowali. Just got smothered ball. Now Wantirna South get it back on their terms. Now bouncing ball around there. Umpire's happy to watch it play on. Ball just falls out of hands, and umpire's still watching it from his side. Still on that far side of the ground, just in front of Kate Green there, who gets a first-hand sort of touch of the footy, and the umpire's going to ball it up.
So we're 3 1/4 minutes into this third quarter. If Warrandyte can get 1 or 2 goals their way, make things a little bit interesting. So if they can get those 2 early goals, be big.
Yeah, it would be huge for them, and just to sort of get it back onto their terms and just sort of have that confidence and just calm it a bit to say, yep, we can find a a goal, and then if you can find the back-to-back goals, then it really puts the pressure back onto Wantirna South. So Warrandyte doing everything that they can and just getting it forward however they can, and they're just kicking it off the ground. Picks it up this time through Laurie. Great tackle by Wantirna South. Plenty around it. Here's the younger under-18 that we spoke about in Gorman, and who's had a really good game as an under-18 and steps into the side sort of for those players sort of missing. And it's just a kick in hope, and it goes to Wantirna South there through Disney. Disney just kicks it on the boot. Great little mark there for McFarlane. Disney running over the top, probably not the right option, just unfortunately missed hands as well, but still gets it forward there, so she makes amends, McFarlane. She's spare over the top. Tackle. Good tackle, yes. You are right there from Callow. She's done plenty of tackling pressure today, and she's going to get it back. Kicks it. Good kick down the line, and an easy mark there for Laurie. And that's another under-18 player for Warrandyte. So great to see that the upcomers, and obviously plenty of good sort of junior programs coming through with this women's division and getting plenty of people on the park, which we love to see. So umpires balling up. 5 minutes played into this third quarter. Ruckies go at it through contest. Warrandyte just trying to get it, pick up clean hands through Cullen Hall. Can't get it any more forward than right in front of Disney's shin, and umpire says, I'll have it.
Boundary.
As we go boundary side to Kate Green.
Message from Lachlan. Thanks very much. He might think about it.
The umpire just missed that one. I thought Disney sort of threw that ball out. I think you should think about it. It's a great option to have. You get to call great games like this, and hopefully we'll get a contest sort of going forward into this third quarter. Warrandyte definitely put the brakes on Wantirna South scoring, and that's been one of the most pleasing things for Warrandyte's perspective. Wantirna South, they just want to keep putting that pressure on and keep that scoreboard on their side as it goes through centre of the ground. No one wants to pick it up at this stage. Just a kick in hope there by Warner. Unfortunately, it just goes sort of to the centre rucks, and then now Wantirna South trying to get it out, but tackled pressure through Warrandyte. And a really good chase down tackle there by Cullen Hall, and Warrandyte get it, and she plays on straight away. I like the option of it now. It's just trying to find that cleaner kick to get possession, but Disney picks it up for Wantirna South, throws it on the boot, goes out to the back of play. Warrandyte pick it up through Greenhill, and the umpire says, I'll have it, just inside the D50 there for Warrandyte.
So, umpire bowls it up here. Big tap there by Ruckman for Wanty South.
And that was Disney, big tap there. So she's doing plenty, and one to watch for our Hoyts Eastland best on ground.
So ball goes up again as Wantirna South look to kick a goal here, but good defensive work there. Great defensive work there by Warrandyte as it's at the top of the square here. They're looking to clear it out. Another stoppage as Wantirna South edge closer. Here's an opportunity. So, good handball there. A little ricochet off the boot. Good tackle laid as Warrandyte look to clear it out of defence. Well done there. So kick down the line here from Warrandyte. Good take there. Kicked away there by McDonald. And that goes out of play, and it'll be going to Warrandyte, and it'll be taken by Evie Callow.
Boundary.
We'll go down boundary with Kate Green.
Just quickly, Disney and McFarlane, that combination is deadly to Warrandyte at the moment.
Yeah, you're 100% right there, Kate. Both have been great this third quarter as we played 8 minutes, and Disney's definitely stepped up from a little bit more of a quieter sort of first. She's had the one goal, and as I speak about it, she kicks it on the boot and throws it round the body. We've worked in tandem there, Kate. That's exceptional work. Montana McFarlane, the number 4, has taken the mark on a slight angle, and those two, as you said, Kate, working in tandem. They've done well for you there. So slight angle for Montana, kicking probably about 35 out. Goes around onto the right, throws it, so heading out to the right. Who can mark it? It falls short. Now Warrandyte just trying to pick it up, can't get clean hands, but putting on pressure there was Baldwin Shaw, and umpire says I'll have it, and it's just in front of the goals on the angle. How's Wantirna go? They've got the spare there, sitting just by herself. Polly throws on the boot. Probably need to be manned a little bit better than that. Vlahos throws it onto umpires. Just paid the free kick, and I think it's going the way of Warrandyte. Otherwise, it probably would have been a goal there for McFarlane. And a good defence and good pressure again by Warrandyte. They've really stood up in that part of the ground throughout the whole of today's game, as we played 9 minutes in, and good kick there. And Warrandyte just looking, that's just what they need. A few clean marks outside of here. Unfortunately, goes straight to Wantirna South. Hands over to Disney. Disney with the running player looking for the overlap. Can't find it. Missed the hands, and then Warrandyte played the tackling pressure on Disney, and umpire says, I'll have it.
So deep in the attacking 50 for Wanty South. Here's Vallejo's again. Kicks it off the ground. Now an opportunity. Good pressure by Warrandyte. They look to clear it out. Defensive 50. High up in the air. That's a great mark there taken.
That's by Clark.
By number 8, yep.
So Clark with an opportunity here. She's lining up here for a shot. So here's Clark. Kicks on the way. There's a mark taken. It is. That's a great mark. And an opportunity from Disney. Thank you, Kate. So an opportunity from almost right in front, a bit of an angle. In comes Disney, and Disney kicks a goal. She's got her second of this game. And Wantirna South move out to a 35-point lead. It's Wantirna South 5-7-37 to Warrandyte 2 behind. We've gone 11 minutes in this third quarter, Scott.
Yeah, a strong goal there, and she's been exceptional in this third quarter. Like I said, second goal for her. 18 goals last year, so definitely can do it, and then now steps straight back into the centre. So great player to have on your side, where you can sort of flex whichever way you want to go, whether it be centre, whether it be forward, or in the ruck.
Boundary.
So we go boundary side to Kate Green.
It's good to see number 41 for Warrandyte's Wantirna South. Polly back in. She had a quiet second quarter, and now she's definitely stepped up for the third after having a really good first quarter.
Yeah, you're right, Kate. And there's been a few for Wantirna South. They've obviously sort of worked out that second quarter probably wasn't their best, and now they're pushing forward. And right on cue there is Polly, just trying to push it forward. Running here is McPherson, who we know is quick. Good shepherd by McPherson. Back to Polly, but good tackling pressure there by Truella. And the umpire says that's a free kick. So great tackle, and down the back line again, another player in Jenny Ann there playing down back, but I had been playing up forward in that second quarter. Kicks on the boot, unfortunately just stubs it off the toe, and only goes as far as Callagher hands it off into Polly. Polly kick up and under, pushed under there was Wantirna South now, just trying to find the running player there. Just missed Gorman running past, who had open goal in front of her. And again, good tackle, good pressure, and I like to see it from Warrandyte. A Warrandyte player tries to take it on through towards the captain, kicks it, just throws it on the boot. It just goes as far as hip will for Wantirna South. I kicked off the side of the boot. Probably didn't mean it, but it's going to work out and go towards the Wantirna South player. Hands it through Burrows. Smart play through two players. Kicks out onto Polly. Throws it on the right boot. Now bouncing ball. Here's another one that we have called this quarter. McFarlane hands over to bouncing. Which way is that going to go? It's going to go out to the far side. Baldwin Shaw picks it up. Good tackle, just throws it on the boot. Good strength through both those women there, and it just goes for the minus score for Wantirna South. So that's 5-8-38. Warrandyte, the 2 behinds. We played 13 minutes in this third quarter.
So as Warrandyte look to clear it out a defensive 50. Opportunity here. That's another great intercept mark. Their intercept marking today has been really, really good from Wanty South as they look to go to the top of the square.
That was number 19, our other Warner, other under 18.
So here's an opportunity here for Wantirna South. She get on the boot here, and a mark is taken there, and that was by McFarlane. And she will line up for her second from the goal square.
I think we need to add a third to that combination of McFarlane and Disney. We need to add McPherson to that, because that was McPherson to McFarlane.
Absolutely there, Kate, as McFarlane gets her second of the game, and Wantirna South move out to a 42-point lead. They lead 6-8-44 to Warrandyte, 2 behind. We've gone 14 and a quarter in this third quarter, Scott.
Yeah, look, it's starting to get a little bit worrisome for Warrandyte now in that those back-to-back sort of goals, and like we said just before, Warrandyte really needed back-to-back goals just to put pressure on the scoreboard. So it calms it for Wantirna South and take a very, very strong lead at the moment with only sort of 5 minutes left in this third quarter. So plenty of work for Warrandyte to do. I guess at this stage is trying to get that first score and then build from there. But Wantirna South are just playing so much pressure, and like you said, Paul, I agree. The marking by them and their kicking has been spot on. Port just kicks it, tries to go forward. Warrandyte try and pick it up through hands there, but can't get clean possession. And the umpire says possibly kicking in danger going the way of Greenhill there. So Zoe kicking from the defensive line, just slide up and under, but it still wins it through Warrandyte, through Rattle just gets tackling pressure, and that's gone. Tried to take it on through the centre, which I like, and Disney gets a free kick. She takes it straight away. Good kick. Here she is again, McFarlane, working in tandem. Good mark. She's got her own little cheer squad up off to the left as well here, and the celebrations when she kicks a goal. So probably a bit too far out here, so just look for the top of the square, which she does. A really nice kick, dead centre. Spoiled there for a Wantirna South that goes towards Port. Port just picks it up, looks for hands, which she hands off, snaps around the body on the last line of defence, Warrandyte, and a great kick to clear it. Just needs a mark here because it's going to be a bouncing ball, an ugly bouncing ball at that. Rattle done well to get it out and get hands. Just didn't fall her way, unfortunately. Good tackling pressure by Canty, but now Wantirna South, Vlahos throws it on the boot, can't get it. Clash of bodies and heads there from Wantirna South and Warrandyte. Both players attacking and umpire says, I'll have it. So we played 16 minutes in this third quarter. And it's right in the pressure zone here. Wantirna South tapped down. McFarlane couldn't get clean hands. Now it's just which way, who's going to get it. They're trying to get it out, Warrandyte, but Wantirna South applying great pressure, just pushing it forward at every opportunity that they can, Warrandyte. And good tackle there applied by Wantirna South to trap it in, and it hasn't really gone much further than where we called it only sort of 20 seconds ago. Still plenty of time for another goal or two. Warrandyte clearing it out, but standing on the defence was Taylor. Can't pick it up now, goes on through hands, picks it up through Warner. Warner throws it on the boot. It's going a good kick, but well done by Warrandyte spoiling it there. It was great off the boot for the under-18 player. Now Wantirna South trying to handball it to their teammate. Kick on the boot there through long. Warrandyte still under pressure here. This is what it was in the first quarter, and it's getting a similar sort of feel to it as a high probably free kick there. Went for the spoil, but unfortunately just clipped her over the head. Nothing, no malice in it. It was just unfortunate incident.
So here's Long. She goes into the forward 50. Good mark there taken for Warrandyte as they play on here right through the middle of the ground. Numbers here from Wantirna South. Good take there by Disney. Here's Wantirna South through the middle. And a good intercept mark there taken by Radel. She's had a good game for Warrandyte as it's a good kick there taken by Evie Callow.
Boundary.
We'll go down boundary side to Kate Green.
It's really been number 23, Radel, and the, oh God, I've just missed the other player, but it was another, Vitry, down in the defence for Warrandyte. They're really holding everything together down there.
So just forward of centre here for Warrandyte. Can they get a goal just before three-quarter time? They've worked really, really hard. So Here's an opportunity now as both sides fighting for that clearance, and that high there, umpire lets it go. And good tackle there, and it'll be a ball up. So we've gone 18-50 in this third quarter. Wantirna South by 42 points as the umpire balled up once again. Here's Radel. Now an opportunity for Warrandyte, but Wantirna South will clear it away. Here's number 6 in Grimer. Kicks it forward. Now here's Clark. Mark there was nearly taken. Opportunity. And it'll be a stoppage in just inside the arc for Wantirna South, as they look to go forward, but Warrandyte working hard in defence. Socket off the ground. Wantirna South looking to set up another opportunity here right in the middle of the ground. They look to go forward here. Good kick there. Forward by Warner. And a good intercept mark there taken for Warrandyte. And there is the 3-quarter time siren here at Warrandyte. And it's Wantirna South leading by 42 points, 6-8-44 to Warrandyte. 2 behinds. Will go to Scott Hardy for the goal kickers.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. So had the 2 goal kickers that quarter, Montana McFarlane with the 1 and Cameron Disney with 1, so both on 2, and both had a great standout third quarter, as did most of Wantirna South. They just kept applying the pressure again, and Warrandyte just couldn't find that forward option, unfortunately. So we'll take a short break. We'll come back with some scores around the ground before we do that. We've got Wantirna South leading 6-8-44, Warrandyte 2 behinds. We'll return after a short break. Well, welcome back to Deakin University match of the round between Warrandyte and Wantirna South. Wantirna South taking a nice handy 42-point lead as we're about to commence the fourth quarter. Before we do that, we'll go around the grounds and look at some scores, Paul.
So in Premier Division, South Belgrave lead over Park Orchards 38-29, and Whitehorse lead over the Basin 28-10. In Division 1, Knox lead over Ringwood 34-22, and Surrey Park lead over Bowen 20-14. In Division 2, we have Montrose leading over Berwick 33-7. In Division 3, Ferntree Gully lead over Mitcham 22-8. Heathmont lead over South Croydon 18-8. And North Ringwood lead over Chermside Park 26-14. And any scores in Division, don't seem to have any scores in Division 4 or in Division 5. Hopefully we get some scores from... No, we have a score in Division 5 actually. Norwood lead over Templestowe 50-12.
Thanks, Paul, for that. Yeah, just missing the one score in the Division 4. We've got another game later on tonight, Nuttall versus Baronia in Division 4 down at Coonung Reserve. So the Anzac weekend continues for football. It's been a great spread of footy this weekend for local football action. We had obviously a number of games yesterday, match of the round coverage from yesterday, which turned out to be a great contest between two great sides in South Croydon and Blackburn. But our attention is today, it's Wantirna. And look, I guess at this stage, it's just probably a lead that's too far gone. Warrandyte, just for their own sake, just to get a bit of a score on board. Like I said, it was sort of weird, like to have last week the forward pressure that they did and the score on the board and to keep that side sort of scoreless, and they're sort of feeling the pinch their own here because they've only had the two behind. So love to see some goals coming their way. They've worked hard for it, don't get me wrong. It's just been Wantirna South have turned up today. Like I said, we said last week they were probably very much disappointing, and the girls would have wanted to fire back from last week's result. We've seen a really good side, and like you said, Paul, just clean sort of through hands and finding those marking options as well as their pressure around the ground.
Yeah, and I think the important thing for Warrandyte here, I think just the last quarter, just to win the last quarter, get a couple of goals their way and finish off the game well.
Yeah, I think you're right. 100% as we go. Boundary side to Kate Green.
Just with Michael Vozzo for the last time. Girls have done really well today. You consistently have the message on your board, I've been spying, of intent, enjoy, verbal, 1%ers, and just maintain your game.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, we've been really good. I think today's been a bit of a... after a couple of weeks of soul searching, I think today was really important that we rebounded a bit, and so we've been really good. We just want to make sure that we don't drop our guard here a little bit, so we'll see how we go.
Thanks very much, Michael.
Thank you, Michael, and thanks again for your time. And no doubt have Lachlan come on and make special comments shortly as we're underway for this fourth quarter. Like I said, I agree with Paul. Warrandyte just need to win the quarter just to give that confidence. And like I said, sometimes it does. You just need a bit of a knock just to find that confidence, have a look at what sort of happened and take learnings from it early on in the season.
Boundary.
Like I said, Warrandyte still with the 4 points as we go boundary side to Kate Green.
I'm with Lachlan, our soon-to-be special comms guy. Lachlan, in that quarter you talked about communicating, being more verbal, looking out for each other and just going after those extra 1%ers. I must say your defence and offence has been working really hard, but sadly not getting on the scoreboard with that work. Yeah,
I think when we talk about the word communication, it can mean a few different things. We talked about directive talk, communicating and giving our ball carriers the best opportunity to make good decisions. What I will say is, and what we did notice, is that our talk came too late. We need to be proactive. We need to be looking out for each other and putting each other in the right positions before it's too late. Setting up in the stoppage, setting up behind the ball, putting our forwards in the right position, kicking people out when they're congesting the space. I think whilst we picked up a little bit, we need to be more effective with our communication, and that was the big talk there. We see ourselves having a nice, fruitful year with a few wins and obviously some losses, but I think for us to go long term and see ourselves make finals, we need to be able to work for each other and think for each other and put each other in the right position, and so that's the challenge for this quarter.
We've seen that so far. Thanks very much, Lachlan, and all the best.
Thanks, Kate.
Thank you, Kate, and thank you, Lachlan, for your time again. And yeah, that's fair words. Like, they're going to have the losses. That's just part and parcel of footy. It's just what you take sort of from it and what the girls can sort of do in this last quarter. They nearly had an option sort of through the forward. Oh, they probably should apply the tackle, but just went the push there was Pinder. But they might get away with it. But Wantirna South just try and throw it on. We've got numbers here now. They can use it if they can find it. Callow gets it. Now shorter option. Good attack it at the ball there for Wantirna South, and it might be a free kick towards Warrandyte, which it does go the way of Warrandyte. Just in front of the commentary stand here through Rattle. We called her as well. I've been impressed with her game as an under-18s player up and coming. So very well into this side, and I'd say she would get named again. Callow throws on beat, another one that called, and just where does it go though? It's just trying to find that forward option for Warrandyte. They just haven't been able to find it this game, which we've said they've found plenty of last time, so they can get the scoring option, but Wantirna South just got numbers behind it, and you can see they sort of put one back, trying to keep it trapped in if it does get over the top. They win the ruck contest, Wantirna South, through hands from McPherson, try to pick it up. Can't get a clean ball at it, but does apply good tackles around there. Warrandyte just trying to, and McPherson still fighting for it down on all hands there. And still pushing forward. So great contest through here. Warrandyte kick it. Now just can't find that spare as they get the mark by McDonald, who just takes the run on, kicks it towards Valahos. 2-on-1 through Warrandyte, and they win out there through Cullen Hall, who throws it on the boot, but just goes as far as McDonald again, and she takes a mark on the far side.
So Warrandyte look to turn the ball over and go forward here. Good pressure shown, and that'll be a ball up. 4 minutes gone in this last quarter. It's Wantirna South by 42 points. Warrandyte look to win the clearance and go forward. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Wantirna South. So right into the corridor, she kicks towards Burrows. She goes into the forward half here. Just missed the target of Gorman. Now an opportunity. Warrandyte look to clear it out and go forward. They've worked really hard, but they just haven't been able to show it on the scoreboard as of yet. Hopefully they can get a few goals, get a goal or two in this last quarter and win the last quarter and finish off the game well. So right in the centre circle. Clearance won there by Wantirna South. Socket off the ground there. Another soccer off the ground as just near the commentary side here. Mark there was nearly taken. Here's an opportunity. Kicked there by Callow. That's Meg Callow. Into the forward 50 is an opportunity perhaps for Warrandyte. Maybe a chance. Socket off the ground. Really well done there by Wantirna South. Cleared out of defence. Now an opportunity. Kicked off the ground there. As good tackle laid as Warrandyte looked to turn it over. Mark there was nearly taken by Port. It's in their forward half for Warrandyte, and that is going to be a ball up just right on the arc here at Warrandyte as Warrandyte look to attack and get themselves their first goal of this contest. Clearance won there by Wantirna South. Good contest here. And now Wantirna South look to go forward. Ball's high up in the air. That's a good intercept mark as Warrandyte will play on and go forward. Mark there, good contest there by both players. Handballed away. Now here's Polly. Really good work here by Wantirna South. Kicked on the boot. As numbers from both sides going at it. Cleared away there by Evie Callow. Goes down the line here. Good tackle. Good pressure here. That's well done. Down the line there. Mark was nearly taken. It was a good contest. Now into the forward 50. Mark there was taken. That's well done there by Baldwin Shaw. No, it was what Mark? No, it wasn't Mark. Yeah, it definitely was a Mark. So here's Baldwin Shaw as she will line up here where she is assessing her options. Good intercept mark there taken for Warrandyte.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, good mark there by Canty, who kicks onto the far side, which does now just find that next part of the puzzle just to get it forward. Unfortunately, it just falls short of Myatt, and the good spoil there through Wantirna South, who put it on the foot towards Clark. Clark trying to win it through pressure, hands forward for Wantirna South. Bit of a bouncing ball. Unfortunately, can't get clean hands anywhere. And the umpire lets it play on, and Warrandyte managed to pick it out. It just goes straight into one player into the other, and now tackling pressure still applied. Great pressure there, and I think that was Callow that applied. She's had great pressure through this quarter. Her tackling and her chasing has been next to none, so obviously hasn't dropped the head, which is great to see. Now here they go. They've got the spare over the top. Warrandyte. Can this be the option? Greenhill can't pick it up cleanly. Wantirna South, that's probably in the back, I would say. And the umpire agrees with me, and it's going the way of Wantirna South. Just unfortunate for Warrandyte. They had the spare player there. They just couldn't get the ball bouncing their way. And it's probably been the tale of today for Warrandyte, unfortunately. So Wantirna South kick it out. Go up towards the centre of the ground. Disney through hands. Just finds the player in Polly, but can't get a clean possession. Picked up nicely there by Rattle. And again, one we've called throughout today for Ava.
Boundary.
And she's had a great game. As we go boundary side to Kate Green.
Just for Warrandyte, Cullen Hall, Callow and Rattle have really stood out for Warrandyte this entire game so far.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kate. And Rattle's been exceptional. She picks up the ball now and just gets tackled. And like I said, just one of the up-and-comers for Warrandyte with their list. So great to see that they've got plenty of depth coming through their side. And umpire has picked out a free kick towards Disney. So Cameron's got it here. Bit of a cop to the nose. And looking for she's got spare in the centre here. She wants to lower the eyes, but she just kicks it up and under kick to one of her favourites in McFarlane. But just a great kick. Unfortunately, just spoiled at the last minute. McFarlane does manage to get it back. Lucky to not get a free kick there. She didn't really have the ball. And the umpire says, I'll have it. So we played 9 minutes, 56, and starting to think about who's going to be our Eastland, Hoyt's Eastland best on ground today. And Wantirna South pushing forward, and probably a number of Wantirna South players have stood up today to get what is no doubt a victory for them and the 4 points. As they've still got 10 minutes to play, Wantirna South leading by 42 points.
Boundary.
So here we'll go down the boundary with Kate Green in
Just quickly, 99 for Warrandyte. Constable, she's been a quiet workhorse in their defence.
She certainly has. As a turnover here, it's end-to-end stuff. Handball, there's Rattle. And umpire says my footy. So 10:40 gone in this final term. Scores have been the same since three-quarter time. So as it's in the forward 50 here for Wantirna South, and that'll be a ball up. So umpire throws up. Both rucks go at it. Warrandyte look to win the clearance. Mark there was nearly taken. Now Wantirna South will go back into the forward 50. Here's an opportunity as it's kicked away there. Now it's 83 in Craigs, and that's good tackle there. And here's Clark, who's also been a standout for Wantirna South today. She kicks to the top of the squares. They're going to go all the way, perhaps. Kicked off the ground by Disney. It's a goal. Is it a goal? The umpires are just conferring here. Could be behind here as well.
It's definitely a goal. Whether it's probably touched is the consideration, but I'd say it's a goal.
So it's a goal. So Disney gets her third, and Wantirna South extend the margin to 48. It's Wantirna South 7-8-50 to Warrandyte 2 behinds. We've gone 12-20 in this last quarter.
Boundary.
We'll go boundary side with Kate Green.
For our best on ground, guys, I don't think we can go past Disney today. Really, she's been everywhere.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Kate. I think
Same.
when the team has needed to stand up, she's done it. And like I said, to have a player of that calibre to be able to play in any position, it just makes your game so much easier when you need to. So, still plenty to play, and we'll watch this space. Warrandyte got pressure under, or both players went for it, and unfortunately just took each other out. But they still managed to get it in their favour. Goes a free kick here. Canty just went to clear it, and got a player just getting up a little bit slowly.
Yeah, it was a high tackle on Canty.
Thank you. And I think we'll have a kick from the defensive line of Warrandyte. Here's another player I've been impressed with, Evie Callow, this quarter and throughout the game. And she takes it on.
Well
I like it. Straight through the centre. Now it's just where it goes. Another player I've been really happy with, Rattle, and done well. Great kick. Now they've still got that spare. They just can't get it clean. Fortune gets a little cop to the face there. Greenhill, just accidental. Captain picks it up here for Warrandyte. Can't get clean hands. Unfortunately goes out of bounds there. And just that's been it. They've had that run, which I've liked in this sort of fourth quarter, probably more so in their forward half. Just can't get it cleaner, and it's probably just those kicks as well out of the centre. Just can't find it. And Disney, one who has had plenty of it and kicked truly, has got it out to teammate McPherson, who just taps it on. Good run through the centre there. Player didn't have it, but umpire says play on. She's lucky not to get it there, Warner, for the free kick for Wantirna South. Just hack off the ground. Callow picks it up again, throws it on the right boot, but just towards the Wantirna South defensive player. And McPherson picks it up through the centre here. Gorman kicks it, good kick. Now where's it going to go? Now it's going to be a bit of a foot race. It's a 3-on-2, so it's not going in the favour of Warrandyte. They've got pace everywhere. Picks it up, it's on the boot, is Port, and kicks a goal for Wantirna South. Takes it to 8-8. 8-8-56 to Warrandyte. The 2 behinds. Sarah Port with the goal there. And that was a foot race, and three of them were all led by Wantirna South. They've just had the pace all over the ground today, Paul.
They certainly have, and it was a great goal there by Wantirna South. Kicked to a number in that contest in their favour, and Port gets the goal at the end. As a tap there by Gorman as they look to go forward here for Wanty South, but Warrandyte will clear it out, defensive 50, but to a mark there by Disney, who we do have to agree is definitely you can't go past for best on ground, the Scotty, as we go forward here again now. Polly, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be last touch going the way of Warrandyte, and it'll be going the way of Goali for Warrandyte. Kicks it down the line. Good tackle here as it's going to be a ball up. We've gone 16 minutes into this final term here. Cleared away for Warrandyte. That's well done there by Gorman. She's had a really good game for Wanty South. So too has Vallejos. Kicked high up in the air. Vallejos again. Valeos, the kick's going to the left, so one behind. So Wantirna South moved to 8-9-57 to Warrandyte, two behinds. We've gone 16-40 in this last quarter.
Yeah, just actually hit the post right at the base there. Just didn't bounce the way they wanted. So Warrandyte looking to clear out. Kick off the ground there by Callow. Pushing everything forward where they can, Warrandyte, just to try and get that elusive goal. But Wantirna South are just applying still that pressure that's been here all day for them, and conditions have stayed very nice for footy today. It's we were talking about whether it was going to have a little bit of rain coming, but stayed very clear for everyone. It's been a good, clean contest, and like I said, I've been impressed probably by Wantirna South's kicking efficiency. I think they probably hit the targets a little bit more and just found those sort of spare options as Warrandyte kick it there and just a little bit up and under, doesn't hit the target as well. Great tackle there by Vozzo. But Warrandyte still getting it, pushing it forward, and a strong mark there for Wantirna South in Warner. I thought it was a mark, but the umpire said maybe touched off the boot, but played on. Oh, there you go.
Or touched off the boot.
Either or, but the umpire says I'll have it, and tack at the football there. Gorman goes into the ruck, so another player that's got options, and it would be great if she could kick the goal there. Evie Callow, but throws on the boot, bounces out the back there, picks up by Carruthers and kicks behind. Unfortunately, just the minus of Warrandyte. That's only the third point. We played 18 minutes, so Wantirna South 8-9-57 to Warrandyte 3 behinds. So we're just waiting for the ball to come back in through Wantirna South. Going on the far side, Disney up and under it. Good spoil there for Warrandyte. Tacks it. Both players try to just kick it off the ball and goes really nowhere. And Warrandyte just trying to get it back into their forward 50, but Wantirna South tackle pressure again applied. And if we had you on stats, there'd be a fair few tackles today, I reckon, marking the stats board, Paul.
Boundary.
So we go boundary side to Kate Green.
Speaking of tackles, Warrandyte are off the charts with their tackles.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for both sides in the tackling pressure. I've been impressed by both of them, and like I said, I've been impressed that Warrandyte sort of haven't dropped ahead. The pressure is still being applied, and they're just trying to find that goal. So kick it forward, it goes into the pocket, picks up into a deep pocket. Which way is it going to go? And I think you're just the minor. So another behind for Warrandyte. A little bit more scoring options
I think
this
that was,
quarter.
Sorry, I think that was. Oh, I couldn't see the number.
No, that's okay. It's only the minor, so we don't have to mark it at this stage. And we've got 19 minutes 40. Siren's going to go soon, just through hands. Unfortunately, Evie Callow, she would have been one I would have liked to see kick the goal. I think she's been one of the best for Warrandyte today. And good tackle there through Weeks, but umpire says I'll have it. And we're getting close to the end. And that is the end of the game. The siren that sounds like a car horn, but Wantirna South have won 8-9-57 over Warrandyte, 4 behinds. There's been standouts throughout today. In the last quarter it was Port and Disney, the goal kickers. Disney's had 3 for the whole day. McFarlane 2, Port 1, Polly 1, and Vlahos the 1 as well. And unfortunately no scorers for Warrandyte. Been a great game sort of to call alongside you, Paul. It's been a great result for Wantirna South to bounce back after last week. Like, it was important, obviously, from Michael's perspective when he's sort of saying that, you just sort of look at what was working, what wasn't, and obviously they were very disappointed from last week. But it's a long season, and like I was saying, you're going to have losses. You just got to work out what's going to work for you the next week, and they've worked it out this week exceptionally well.
Absolutely, and I was really impressed with their contested work today. That was a point made in pre-game they wanted to improve on, and they certainly did today. They worked hard in numbers, and they really good communication, a lot of options as well, and just really impressive win from Wantirna South and for Warrandyte after last week.
Boundary.
We'll go boundary side to Kate Green.
Where? Congratulations. Stop there.
G'day, Cameron. It's a pleasure to have you on the broadcast. You're lucky you get to be on. We've ditched the coaches and we get to speak to you as to the.
It's cut out. Oh.
We're getting a little bit of communication sort of errors through here, but you've won the Hoyts Eastland Best on Ground. An exceptional game. You kicked the 3 goals. Can you sort of talk us through the effort of the group today?
Oh my God, it was unreal. Like, we didn't have a good game last week and we wanted to put it behind us and come back even stronger, and we've just done that. Like, we worked really hard at training and we put everything that we've worked on into the game, and it was bloody unreal.
And what was that message from last week? Because obviously you're a proud club and you did really well last year. What was the message sort of coming into this game against a side that had a really good strong win last week and kept the team scoreless?
Well, it was kind of just to work as a team, because we've had a couple of new players and like it's just been gluing us together. So Voz actually came up with a little thing beforehand, a little acronym voice, and it was like these key points that we need to put in just to have fun, work for each other, and just enjoy the game.
Very, very good defensive effort by your side today, keeping Warrandyte to 4 behinds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great pressure around the ground as well. How would you say it?
Oh, it was bloody unreal. The backs have kept us together the whole season thus far. They've been unreal. Kept it down, the scoring down, and they've just been really good. And they've worked really hard with BMAC, our backline coach, and they've been doing really well.
And it's all good to talk about the side, but the award is for you for best on ground. It's funny because I was saying you're such a great player to have in the team. You obviously can play many different positions. You've kicked the 3 goals, you've gone into the mid, you've done the ruck, you've down the back. Where do you want to play though? Where do you love playing your best footy?
Oh, I love being in the mid. It's just the group around there. It's my favourite spot to be and get around the ball. But I do love to, run into the forward and kick a couple snags if I can. And also backline. I like playing everywhere. I'm a defensive player in netball, so I like being back there as well. So, it's good.
Well done. You've played an exceptional game alongside a number of your teammates, but congratulations. Enjoy the win, and we'll see you throughout the season.
Well done, Cameron.
Thank you. See ya.
Well done. That was Cameron Disney with the 3 goals for Wantirna South. She takes the Hoyts Eastland Best on Ground, and also presented specially by Warrandyte a Anzac Day medal throughout this weekend, which is pretty impressive. So, look, it's been a great game to call. We've had some great results sort of for Wantirna South through their scoring option. Warrandyte obviously will bounce back from there. And before we go though, Paul, have you got any sort of further scores or anything to add from your perspective?
So in Premier Division, the game between South Belgrave, they look home against Park Orchards. They lead that one 58-30, and Whitehorse have got up over the Basin 6-7-43 to the Basin 2-5-17. In Division 1, a draw between Knox and North Ringwood, 34 apiece, and Surrey Park got up over Bowen 8-11-59 to Bowen 5-3-33.
That's our second draw. We had a draw round 1. Now we've got a draw round 2.
It's a close competition all around, and it's great to see the contest going. So, look, Wantirna South take the 4 points this week, and look, Warrandyte be disappointed, but they've definitely got plenty ahead of them, and it's a long season. So, Wantirna South take the win 8-9-57 to Warrandyte 4 behind. Thank you very much down on the boundary, Kate. It's been a pleasure calling, and thank you very much for your coverage with all coaches. Thanks.
It's been a pleasure as well working with you, and Paul, love working with you too.
No, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Megan, thank you so much for your efforts behind the camera. Keep me in check because I've got to remember what I've got to do. And Paul, thank you very much. It's been great calling alongside you.
Yes, and no, it's been a pleasure calling with you as well.
Thank you very much for tuning in to Deakin University's Match of the Round. We'll tune in next week.